Hey again, YouTube. So, I want to tell you about this dream I had the night after I was saved. Um, it was more than a dream, but so years ago when I used to listen to Art Bell and Coast to Coast, and they used to talk about sleep paralysis, and where you can't move in your sleep, and you're half asleep and you can't move. It's very scary. I had it happen to me a few times in the past, but never in a dream. But more as where I was just kind of couldn't move and it was kind of scary. And they say that that's a precursor for astral projection or leaving your body. But the night after I was saved, and I'd been talking to Jesus all day, and um, so that night when I was asleep, in this dream, I was being pulled by demons towards this big open pit, the opening to hell, and I could see the glowing pit of hell, and I was paralyzed. I was in that sleep paralysis, and the demons were dragging me, and I couldn't move. I couldn't fight them, and I knew that I had to call to Jesus, and I kept trying to call to Jesus, but I couldn't move because I was paralyzed, and I was getting more and more. They were dragging me closer and closer to this pit of hell, and I kept trying to call to Jesus, but I couldn't move, and I was getting more and more scared that they were going to drag me down into the pit of hell. So I was within I was getting closer and closer, probably within 10 feet of the edge of this big pit. And I was getting so close I could actually smell burning flesh and smell putrefying, rotten, disgusting smell. And so they getting me right up close to the edge. And finally, after I'd been trying and trying, and I was able to blurt out, "Jesus, save me." And just like that, I was back in my bed, safe and sound. And just like instantly, as soon as I cried out to Jesus, save me. And I grabbed my Bible and I clutched it to my chest, and I just started praying and thanking God and thanking Jesus. And it was really, really powerful dream. And since then, and I spent a lot of time on different Christian and Torah teachers, different YouTube channels, and I've heard of other people where that happened to, where they were paralyzed and demons were trying to either. I haven't heard of them exactly dragging them to the pit of hell like me, but doing other things to them. And as soon as they cry out to Jesus, of course, they're rescued. So that was a very powerful dream the night after the night after I was saved. And then in my studies too, I come to find out that it's pretty common for, well, always, that after somebody's saved, that Satan and the demons come after them hard and try to get them one more time. So I think that's what was going on that night. That was their last try to get me, but they couldn't get me because I was already saved. But it seemed like they were close because I had that paralysis. And now, since the Holy Spirit and Jesus lives in me, I mean, I just laugh at Satan now. He could be right in front of me, and I just I just laugh at him, because I got Jesus now, and Satan and the demons can't touch me anymore unless I leave an opening for them, which I'm not about to do. So I thought I would share that dream, and I'm going to take a break on my testimony for a little while. There's a lot more to it as far as going back into my life and seeing how God was leading me and some of the other supernatural experiences that I've had. But I think I've done enough for now, and probably nobody really is that interested anyway, but I just wanted to share that testimony with anyone who was interested. And I know I have a few people who have been watching, so I hope you guys have gotten something out of this, and I always like to hear testimonies. Alright, I love you guys very much. Bye now.